What's poppin', y'all? Complex has released their second or third edition of their top hip-hop media platforms this year, and we're going to go through it most likely in a separate video, but I want to make sure that I highlight who I feel like got snubbed from this list completely. That's a no-brainer first, and that is none other than Sean Cotton of Say Cheese TV. Now, you guys are 100% familiar with Say Cheese if you're tapped into hip-hop. It's one of the biggest pages in general, really a proponent of pushing so many rappers into the game, especially the street rap side of things. And I'm going to name a couple of people on the list currently that I feel like Sean Cotton, if Sean Cotton's not on there, then they don't deserve to be on there. So I first tweeted this and said the following: who did Say Cheese piss off because Sean Cotton not being on here is a crime? He's put on multiple personalities, signed several successful rappers. He's one of the biggest media pages and has been putting out his own personal opinions too. So if you guys haven't watched him on his Sean Cotton channel, he's been talking recently, just making his own videos, which I love. I watch every single one. I think it's a great thing that he did. He built up a huge company and has been on more of like the personal branding type of stuff. You know, he did a boxing fight. He's always been into other businesses. He's done interviews with Vlad. He's done interviews with Adam 22 of No Jumper. And now he's putting more and more of himself out there, which I love to see. And he is entertaining. That's another thing. Like, his rap is a scam video that had me dying laughing. So with all that being said, you look at this list, right? And you think, okay, maybe what excuse could you possibly come up with for him not being on it? Because I'll give you a couple of names. We've got, I want to take out personalities, right? So Underground Sound. Underground Sound is an Instagram page that is, they run their own stuff. They cover the underground. But they also, I think they had their own freshman cypher this year, and that's the one where Too Slimy went crazy on. And I think that was a defining moment for this page. They're curating something, and they are a media page, and they're killing it. But Underground Sound has only been in the game, or not only been in the game, but they've been in the game for a far less period of time than Sean Cotton and Say Cheese has. And it's not a face. We don't know who runs it. We don't know who's behind it. And it's not industry. The reason why I say it's not industry and why that matters is because a lot of people on this list are on here because they are industry. And I think that's fine because this is still an industry. So if people are power players within an industry, it's understandable. If they're powerful in companies that are able to influence who gets on and who, they can't influence who doesn't get on, but they can assist the conversation and who's on, and that's fine. And some people that are industry that are on here are like a Nori, right? Like, what has Nori done in the past year that has been a huge deal? A Gillian Wallow, for instance. Even though I do think Gillian Wallow still deserves to be on here. But who else can we name? That's for the most part. On the radar, it makes sense. Like, on the radar, you have Gabe and you have, that's a staple. So you have the personality. But circling this back to Sean Cotton, you have Underground Sound, right? Okay. You also have Art of Dialogue. Art of Dialogue is an interviewing platform who does great work. I remember when they were first blowing up. I don't know if it's a they or a he or an individual or a group, but they put out good content. They followed realistically, Art of Dialogue was inspired by Vlad and Say Cheese. Say Cheese, Sean Cotton has always said, like, yo, he saw Vlad's format and he just put a spin on it and decided to do his own thing. He saw Vlad and Zach TV. And Art of Dialogue, he came after both of them. So he certainly saw inspiration from Vlad and probably Say Cheese TV too. And I don't think he would deny that. So if somebody that was inspired by these two platforms, and it's not like Say Cheese fell off. Say Cheese is still killing it. And I'm going to give you guys an example in a moment. If he wasn't killing it, then I can understand not putting him on here. Neon, dog. Are we serious, bro? Are we serious? Last year, I said it was fine to have Neon because he helped break an artist. He helped break a XXL freshman, which is one of the Ball brothers, Leangelo or Jello, who, funny enough, since this has come out, his rap career has gone nowhere fast. But other than that, Neon has nothing to do with hip-hop music, even hip-hop culture. Like, he'll do a stream. He is more like collaborating with everybody. Like, yeah, he collaborates with NBA players. He collaborates with former performer actors. He's just a streamer. He doesn't deserve to be on here whatsoever. But I'm saying, if you have a Neon on here, why is Sean Cotton not on here? Sean Cotton's a personality. Who else? Kirko, right? Kirko, it's funny. I got to play you guys this academics clip.
I know who Kirko is.
Facerville.
He's never going to reveal his face.
Well, I don't think it's a he. I think it's a company.
It is a he. I've met Kirko.
You've never met
I've
Kirko.
met Kirko.
You're a liar.
Kirko, when
Show
they...
me Kirko.
I'm not going to show you Kirko for the sake of...
So Kirko's a real person?
Yes.
His name is Kirk?
No, that's not his name. Anyway.
So I am here to confirm for you guys as well, Kirko is an individual. It's not some shadowy figure or group of people. But to reiterate my point, the fact that you have to question that, is this a person? Is this a company? What do they do? Like, Kirko isn't organizing events like Underground Sound and doing his own freshman list and things like that. And I'm not saying he has to, but my point is you cannot dismiss Say Cheese just being a media platform and have Kirko on here and have Kirko in the top 10. Now, Kirko is really fast. He was initially like more of a not a Cuddy. I'm thinking of the song Cuddy by Playboi Carti. He was originally a Playboi Carti source and would post a lot of snippets and leaks and was really early to a lot of those things. But do I think he deserves to be on here? Yes. But when we're talking about Sean Cotton, why does Kirko belong here and Sean Cotton of Say Cheese does not belong here? Kai Cenat, I don't really think this is a good comparison. A No Jumper, I don't know why No Jumper isn't on here, because you could say whatever you want, but Adam 22, No Jumper as a whole, it is a hip-hop platform. They are discussing hip-hop constantly. Whack 100 is a hip-hop fixture. That's one of the biggest podcasts in hip-hop right now. I tune into the Adam Whack Show consistently, and I don't really tune into many hip-hop podcasts. So I would say Adam and Whack Show currently is bigger than Gilly and Wallow and bigger than Nori. And when I say bigger, I mean people are saying, yo, we cannot wait to hear what Adam and Whack have to say about what's going on this week in hip hop, whatever it may be that happened. Everyone's saying that, whether they hate them, whether they love them, whether they're nobody's really indifferent to them. That's just a pair that, they got DJ Head and Gina views here. So yeah, so I would say No Jumper deserves to be on here as well, but they got snubbed. But I could see why, because the Complex, the industry, they kicked out Adam 22 and No Jumper from there a long time ago when he had that Atlantic deal. And after that, it was, I wouldn't say like lights out is the word, but they just weren't really interested. And the example that I said I would give you guys is the most recent incident that happened between Boosie and Fredo Bang. So Fredo Bang was being interviewed by Say Cheese TV, Sean Cotton, and one of the early people to interview Fredo Bang, by the way. And he's interviewing him and he asks him about Boosie. And then Boosie he asks him about Boosie. Fredo Bang says, oh, I feel like him and Youngboy are tight, but he doesn't really react to me. Boosie goes on IG Live and he talks about that situation.
Boosie, right? I know y'all had like a weird, it wasn't beef, but it was just weird. I know y'all kind of related, right? And y'all recently bumped into each other? Not recently, but...
We bumped into each other a few times.
But I know now y'all are better than before, right?
Yeah, when he want to be.
When he want to be? So Boosie's just it just depends on the day?
I guess so, bro. In person, he see me, we speak to each other. What up? What up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? Everything should be good. And then next time, give me their number, I don't holler, I don't talk to him. But then dude called all us on FaceTime, he jump on the phone.
Oh, so for Youngboy, he jump on the phone, but for you, he don't...
Try to text him, call him out there, let's do some music. Never respond.
Damn.
Like I got a FaceTime dude on the phone to get him on the phone. So, but hey, man.
Fredo, bro. You gotta stop with the false narratives and ain't no truth in what you said, bro. You never had to get YB to call me and I answer the phone, bro. You know that, bro. When we was all on FaceTime that day, bro. YB and Gates called me. They added you in the call, bro. You popped up. They added you on the call. Nobody never said they was calling you or nothing, bro. They added you on the call. And I was up when I saw you on the call, bro, because I ain't never getting on a phone call with my old house, bro. But to say that's why I answered the phone, because you got YB to call me, there ain't no truth in that, bro. Ain't no truth in that, bro. Then to say that when I see you, I be like, what up, cuz? Like, come on, man. Like, man, bro, if you gonna go on a podcast, bro, tell the truth, bro. Don't lie on me, man. You know, matter of fact, just don't say nothing about me, bro. You know what them podcasters be trying to do, bro. Don't feed into that shit, bro. Them people messy as man. Don't feed into that shit, bro. Man, don't feed into that shit. Man, don't take that bait from them clowns, bro. But I ain't gonna let you lie on my name, bro. Like, no, bro, you did not get YB to call me, and that's why I answered the phone. You got added on a phone call, and nobody never said they was calling you or nothing. You just popped up on there, bro. And that's the truth, man. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth, Fredo, man. Ain't no truth in what you said, bro. Like,
So this is something that had a cascading effect after the interview, which is one of the better metrics to judge how influential people are in culture. If he does an interview, number one, the fact that he's able to get the interview, first off. Number two, the asking the right question. And number three, the person that was spoken about in the interview replying to it in public. And number four, that creating conversation and appeal for other people to talk about it, aka me and many others that have spoken on it and commented on it. So that's like a ripple effect, cascading effect, whatever you want to call it. More so of a cascading effect because it was a chain reaction. That is what Say Cheese creates. And they create that on a consistent basis. And when you look at personalities, right? Charleston White, that's a Say Cheese TV product. Now, Charleston White isn't on this list. And I don't really know if people would consider Charleston White like a hip-hop personality because he's not on this list. But like I said, Sean Cotton, we would definitely consider him that. But what I was saying is that the Fredo Bang incident, I'm not going to hold that to Complex because that happened recently and they made this list way before that. But when you look at an individual like a Sauce Walka or Hernandez Govan, that guy's getting interviewed. That guy's a very important part because he beat the Young Dolph case where he was the guy that they said the Young Dolph. A lot of people still believe that, but that guy, he gets interviewed. I don't know if that was the first interview that he did, but he's a recurring guest in Sean Cotton's interviews. You've got Famous Dex. That had a cascading effect when Famous Dex walked out of the interview with Sean Cotton, and that was months ago. So they had plenty of time to put that out there. Like all of these different people that he's at the center of. This is Say Cheese TV is a staple. They've been here for, 10 years now? Damn near. I think Say Cheese, I don't know if Say Cheese started at the same time as me or they were here before. But yeah, Finesse 2 Times. All these, there's a subsector of rap that you associate with Say Cheese TV. You're like, okay, I know on Say Cheese TV, these are the rappers that are going to get talked about. Not only that, he interviewed Queso's dad. Queso was one of the people in the Who I Smoke crew when that song blew up in the Jacksonville with the murder. And he told on his son, Queso, who did a murder for his father. That's a huge deal within hip hop. And that's like a breaking type of interview. So I think this was straight disrespect for them not having Say Cheese TV. This has to be something going on behind the scenes. Sean Cotton, keep doing your thing, especially on your channel. I'll be watching his channel way more than I watch Say Cheese TV because a lot of the interviews on Say Cheese TV are with rappers that I'm not too, I know them, but I'm not listening to them actively. So I don't, I'm not really tapped into it like that. And like I said earlier, I understand them not having a no jumper because of maybe some industry politics and partially because of maybe the taintedness of no jumper's affiliation with X-rated content. You could maybe make that argument. And also a lot of the shenanigans that happen on there, maybe a lot of the drama, but they were at the center of a huge case. Like you've got the Big U's hip hop. Like West Coast hip hop is no jumper. So it's kind of like you're blackballing the West Coast rap entirely because they cover a lot of that. I mean, Adam 22 recently did an interview with Stat Quo, one of who used to manage Lil Xan, who was rolling with Eminem, like an industry figure, and a great interview at that. If you haven't watched that, authentic, really amazing interview. You have to check it out. It's what people pretend that they want No Jumper to make content about, and then they don't watch it, and the views don't hit, and there's no reason to continue doing it. So they reward the BS. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you disagree? Let me know if you don't think Sean Cotton should be here. That's who I really want to hear from, and why. Or what do you theorize is the reason he's not on here? Because immediately once I saw this, I just had to get on and record this. I have like other topics I want to talk about, but this was so egregious. I felt like it was a spit in the face. It's straight disrespect. And I hope other people speak up for him as well. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.